What's up, guys? Welcome back to 52A. And today we got the Explorer. So we're gonna do some detail into this vehicle, which I've already done some, well, better way to say it, some cut and polish to the paint. So I did some paint correction, pulled out a bunch of swirls out of the paint, and it looks immaculate. Now, what we're doing today is we're gonna protect all of that work that I did. Without further ado, I'm going to show you the product that I picked up and I've been sitting on for a little while. And here it is. This is what we have. So this is Turtle's Graphene Infused. And it's basically a, well, if you think about it, it's close to like a sprayable wax. Actually, that's basically what it is. But it's a sealant. It averages between a year to 2 years, depending on how often you maintain it and how you treat it. Honestly, I'm excited to give this a shot. So, this is all you need. Basically, to apply it, an applicator pad or a sponge or something, obviously the product, and a towel. Paint is fully prepped, and basically the steps I took was, obviously I washed it, got it really clean. I used a clay bar, and I stripped all of the basically contaminants and stuff off the paint, got that out of there, and then I cut the paint, and then I buffed it. So that took quite a while to actually prep it to get it to this point. It's the same thing I did with Megan's car before I ceramic coated it. Now, if you want the best results, this is something you would want to do. Now, if you just want say you think your paint's good enough and you think the paint just needed a little bit more protection, then go for it. Just make sure you decontaminate the paint at least so you have the best bonding to the paint with your product. After I was done polishing it, I basically stripped all the waxes and everything back off. And you could do that two ways. You could either take it back out and use a soap on it that's gonna strip all the waxes and all that stuff off, or you can use like an basically rubbing alcohol, and do a wipe down with that. That'll actually strip everything off as well. After you're done, get it perfectly dry, and then you're ready to apply the product for the first time. The maintenance after the first apply is ridiculously easy. First thing, shake your product up like you should everything. Now, again, we're doing the first coat, which is basically, if you read the directions, it says base coat instructions. Everything needs to be dry. This is only for the first coat. After you're done doing your wash and drying all that stuff, this is when you apply it. Now, basically you're gonna do 2 squirts onto this, and you're gonna work in, I guess the best way to describe it is crosshatch motions. So forward, backwards, side to side, like so. You're gonna do this, I'd say do the hood in sections, because it says about 2 to 3 squirts per panel. It's a larger panel, probably 3. Now if it's a hood, you're gonna want to basically section that off. After it's done drying, basically you take a towel and buff it off, literally just like any wax. So you just level out the product, like so. All right, so one other thing you run into, that you may run into, is if you're running into some streaks or anything like that, or any high spots on the product, which I think I have one in this crease somewhere. I'm not seeing it too much. I think it's right here. Take a damp microfiber towel, and basically just kind of wipe it down there, and then just dry it. Now, the thing I find absolutely crazy about this product is how slick it is. I mean, take the back of your hand and you can literally just drag it across. You can feel how slick the product is. I don't think I've ever had a product that's this slick. Like even the ceramic coat, there was somewhat of a difference, but this is a night and day. So one thing I want to show you guys is some of its beading properties and its sheeting properties as well. What we're going to do is we're going to do a treated and non-treated side. Now, I've already done part of the hood as well, just ahead of time so I can do this demonstration. So we're gonna do that really quick. I'm gonna find some water, we're gonna pour it on the hood, and I'm gonna show you the difference between what this product does versus just bare paint. I got our cup of water, and we're going to test the properties of this product. So like I said, it's gonna sheet and also beat up the water. Now what we're looking for is everything from here over has been treated, and I actually did that about a week ago. So it's fully cured and it's, well, ready to do its job. From here to the other spray nozzle, that is actually untreated. So it's just bare paint. Now, it will do, the paint actually will do pretty good, because I mean, the paint is about as naked as it could be. There's no contaminants on it, nothing that will slow the water down all that much, but you'll still see a big difference with it. The other thing that is noticeable is how slick the paint is compared to each other. So instead of using my rough sandpapery hands and scratching up the paint, I'm gonna show you with water. We're gonna start with the treated side, and we're just gonna, you can see it literally just pulls up and runs right off. It doesn't stay on the panel for very long. Now we're gonna do the middle where it's not treated, and you can see how long it takes to run off. Now it even flooded over the other side, and the other side is completely clear. But if you look at this, it's still pulling up in spots, and it's still slowly running off. And it's not beating up really at all. It is beating up over here. And you can see all of that on the camera and see where it is treated and where it's beating up. Overall, it does a really good job at sheeting off water. And I will tell you, this would probably be amazing in combination with like a ceramic coat, just because of basically its beading and its water properties. Now, ceramic coat does do a pretty good job with protecting the paint, but the big thing that people don't understand is that its weakness is going to be, well, its weakness is going to be water spots and more minerals. So if that stuff gets stuck to it, it can kind of itch its way into the ceramic coat, which is not what you want. So if you do use this on top of your ceramic coat, it will actually do a really good job. Now, I'm going to wipe this down, get it dry again, and I'm going to apply this product to the whole car. Let's jump to a time lapse. Let's get this knocked out. It's about a week later. It's after Christmas time. I just washed the car at a car wash and just did a real quick wash on it. And honestly, I am very happy with the product. And it actually didn't pick up as much dust as I thought it was going to. The first time I did it, I only did a portion of the hood. It actually picked up a lot of dust. But the last week and a half, very minimal. And it rained, I don't know, like sleeted or something. It did really good against that. Kept it very clean. The paint is so slick. And now I would say after one wash, it's not as slick as it was the first time, but it is still very, very slick to the touch. So very happy with that. Now, I'm gonna keep seeing how this product does. The big thing I'll tell you guys, you don't need to reapply this stuff after every wash. You don't need to do it after every maintenance wash or anything like that. It's probably like once or twice a month thing. If you're the type of person that washes your car 4 times a month, then maybe once or twice a month reapply it. It's supposed to give you some gloss characteristics as well, give you a little bit more depth in the paint, which you can see right over here as far as like the reflection. It looks great. And honestly, the paint and everything, the way it pops, it looks great. I'm amazed by the product and how well the visual presentation is. Really happy with everything, the way it turned out. But if you guys have any questions, any comments, or anything you guys want to add, please comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. But next time, guys, catch you later.